would have been better too, I wonder, is if, see, the handles are halfway down the drawer, but what if the handles were moved up to here, which would then in turn relocate these up to here, and we gain, you know, overall ½ inch, or that's probably 3/8 maybe. So I have a few things I hang off the door, and then, you know, I've got the pot and that. This part is going to get modified yet too. I'm going to have a slide out here so that when I want to get the stuff at the back, I just pull it out and it comes right out. But in the meantime, so this is the new way I'm, you know, storing stuff for now. So that's kind of how that one looks. And then my silverware and what have you right here for now. And having these slide outs does make it so that way back there you can see there's a thermos and a couple other items. So that makes it so they stay in place, and some of my other goodies like cutting board, you know, the splatter screen and microwave cover are tucked in the middle presently. So this is the first little bit of I just installed it. Still working through it. You know, we'll see how it goes. There might be changes to it coming, but for now, you gotta use it. Okay, here's the rough. Still working it out, but see, I've got these 2 salad bowls in the pot, and you know, it's always been hard to get at everything in the back. So by doing this, you know, I've got a little stabilizer here for the handle so it can't move back and forth. Often had to move this to get the pot out because it wouldn't fit between the plates and the sink very well. So now I've kind of mounted everything onto a slide out. So that way, if I don't want to get to the pots, or the plates rather than the frying pan, but I want to get to a salad bowl or my pot, it's right here. And I've got it sitting in a little bit of a divot I created so that when it's bouncing around, it'll stay hopefully in this crater, and plus it'll help locate it when I put it back in place because everything's pretty tight. Right, and then when I want the plates, no big deal. I want the frying pan, same thing. It pops right out. 2, the handle is located by, you know, a little hose clamp sort of deal. Okay, so that just keeps the frying pan handle from bouncing all out of place and keeping it out of the way of the pot, and not getting in between the wall and the slide out shelf. We'll see how that goes. All right, so here's it almost finished. I gotta do a couple minor things, but you pull that out. Now I have access to the bowls or the pot and some few extra things that I couldn't quite squeeze in to here. Well, I could, but I mean, it just becomes, you know, very confusing, too much shit. So, yeah. So this is way more usable. All right. Sweet. So the other thing I decided to do was it never made sense that I had to reach down to do the handles. Yes, I'm left with some holes, but now when I want to open the cabinets, right? Like, especially since with the new organization, you know, I've got this bottom cabinet that I would have to bend for anyways. I mean, there's still a little bit more refinement, but generally speaking, this is the setup. I mean, I have a bowl back there typically, and I'm gonna do this is a double stack for stuff I don't use as often, right? And then over here, as you remember, you know, I've been using it for a while now. Other than that can rotate, I'm gonna solve that little issue. But so far I've been thrilled with having the pots and the bowls right there. Everything's working out great. Like I say, there's some little refinements, like do I want to keep this here? You know, it's working, but plus I just raised these. So we'll see how that all fits in. So I did make a template from this so that I could make this repeatable to get these screws and the catch holes all in a smooth place. Because if you don't have this aligned, it will not move smoothly. So that concludes that makes it just, even when I'm sitting here, I just do this and then reach in. Like, it just makes more sense that these were right here at a, you know, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, give me your thoughts. This is the final video on the fridge, and I probably alluded to it in last night's video, but the fridge itself has been working awesome. There are a couple of minor things I've come to discover. Aside from when they ship the fridge, you know, when there's that first video where it shows the copper lines an issue. Well, the other issue is, with my fridge, is there's supposed to be washers that go in between where the door swings. I've contacted Vitrifridgo, and it turns out there's supposed to be these washers designed for this door, and they're not. So it's fine in generally speaking, but because I push a little bit on the limits at what the trailer can do and what have you, the fridge has popped open a couple times, and in doing so, it dented that corner and then ran the line all the way down where it's made a mark in the fridge door. I doubt the fridge company will do anything about it. They just told me I'm missing the washers and are blaming the RV company for putting it in, which I emailed them my videos and told them, hey, no, it's not them. I installed it. Those washers were never in the door. They're not there. Good fridge. I'm not sure that you just like to get something that has all the parts. And I don't even know if these were supposed to be included or not. You know, they say, you know, how about the trim has to be just so? Well, provide the damn hardware. If it has to be just so, provide the hardware that best suits it, rather than leaving people guessing, which I put in a 10, and really I changed it to an 8, number 8 screw. But still, the fridge is working great and no issues other than the door flying open and now damaging, putting a small dent here and scratches down it. So it's kind of disappointing that way, but the fridge is working awesome. I don't regret the move. It's way better than the pneumatic, and it looks a lot better. So on with what I did with the utensil drawers. You know, obviously I moved the handles up. I filled these in with this product. I'll have to get the name of it here shortly. I'll throw up a picture of it. And basically you can color it any color you want. And I tried adding black ink to it to make it so it would be more gray, but it turned out to be beige, which I'm fine with. I could tweak it later on, but actually I don't mind that it is gray. So with that, that meant I moved these up higher so that it would give me clearance here for reaching in and out, and just get rid of that. That's got to be at least 5/16, almost kissing at 3/8 spacing. So this is sort of the final setup presently. By adding in the blue shelf protectors or what have you, that helps keep the things like these lids from slipping through the cracks in the bottom of the wiring and keeps things going. I've added, you know, a motion detector, USB light there, so I get light when this door opens. You know, the measuring cups are here. spoons. Now, to make this even more usable is that I bought these from IKEA, which are perfect size, perfect for the fridge, especially the Dominic. This is 6x6, and I bought the 6x8, which are presently in the fridge, holding bison and something. Oh, and salsa I made. So that helps with the all stackability, so everything's not bulky. Things I don't use very often are way back there, out of the way. And the bigger lids for the 6x8s, I just leave down there, and the tray goes over top of them. There's a little ice tray, right? So, and then the top shelf, you know, I got my little fan I used instead of using that annoying fan. It's no longer the fan will work, but I blocked off the hole basically. And a bowl. I double stacked this. And so far, with all the pounding and breaking of stuff, it's all holding up very well. And then on this side, yeah, and I added a motion light up there as well. Because I have the power to charge these right here with their cords, so I added one here as well. I'm really happy with this. This has been holding up great. I'm just going to pause and re-go to load it up so it is when it's full. By having it reloaded, I meant I had all the bowls, plates, frying pan, cutting board in place. So this has really worked out good. I did one slight modification that I've discovered with my particular setup is that the pot itself over rough roads will rotate in here, and the handle was getting in behind this triangular piece of wood, and then that meant this would not slide out. So I made up this peg, so when I drop the pot down in there, it keeps it from rotating. So now everything's been working great, off-road tested, and so I'm really happy with the end results. Nothing's broken, nothing's shifting, so how good is that, right? So that is what I've done to reorganize my utensils, pots and pans and what have you, to make it more user-friendly. And then just to show you the ease, because I've been doing all this talking and not really showing, but you know, this comes out easily. I want a plate, no big deal. Same with the frying pan, comes out pretty easily, back in pretty easily. So I just got to eliminate that spin there, but other than that, it's, and then same here. Like, I know it looks crowded when I get my hands in through here, but I just, there's my lid for the frying pan, you know, the microwave, it compresses down, the screen for the frying pan if I've got a lot of splattering. So, see, it is all pretty straightforward to put back. It's enough room. And that's the deal. There could be some critiquing down the road, like I got the tongs in here, which they've been staying there working fine, the scissors and the knife hanging off the door. You know, I've got the spoon, spatula inside here and on this wall. They've been fine there, so and glad I made the change to a bigger, better fridge. So, yeah. And here's what I mean by the, see, they're stackable, they go two in there, they fit in there great. Now I have like this magnetic, it's like a hard rubber. So I'll leave that there for now as a bumper. It shouldn't happen again as long as those clips stay in. But the other thing I forgot to mention, every time I've opened this fridge, the temperature has been exactly in the same spot in the recommended little blue zone there. This camera sucks. But, and I only have it turned to the second notch. Wait a minute. 1, 2, third notch out of 7. And as well, since I used up my salsa, I thought I'd do a quick show that what I meant by these were stackable. See the lid's down there. It's easy to get to. So 6x6, 6x8s, they stack together great. So that helps with, you know, making all this work as well. So, whoop. So yeah, so if you end up getting a fridge like this, you just make sure that the spacing between the top of the door and the bottom door is properly spaced so that the catches securely, no matter if there is a bit of movement from the whole unit going over rough terrain. I mean, right now I have PEX clips in there to help raise the door until I get to a place where I can get appropriate hardware to space it. Then you're golden. But I didn't have it, don't have it, so I'll have to look at that dent for the rest of the life of this fridge. Unless I cover it with, I don't know, magnets. Anyways, but in the end, it serves its purpose. It's a little bigger fridge. I'm happy with it. Great quality beyond that. Thank you for that.